Greetings, mighty warrior. Welcome to a realm of legend and valor, where glory awaits those brave enough to seize it. You take on the role of Thorin, a towering figure of a man, a seasoned Viking warrior emanating raw power from every inch of his muscular frame. Blonde hair cascades from beneath your iconic horned helmet as your piercing gaze surveys your surroundings. Clad in traditional Viking garb, you are a visage to both inspire and intimidate. You are skilled in the use of martial weapons and the wearing of heavy armor, a formidable opponent to any who dare cross your path. Your primary weapons of choice are your trusty axe and stout shield. You're not just a fighter, you're a force of nature. Adventure awaits, are you ready to meet it head-on? Let us begin. Your journey begins on the roiling, frigid seas, the salt air and the scent of impending battle filling your nostrils. The rhythmic chanting of your fellow Vikings and the slap of oars against water reverberate through the sturdy longboat. As Norway fades in the distance, the rugged coast of England appears on the horizon. Gritting your teeth, you grip the axe in your hand tighter, turning to address your men. These hardened warriors look to you for leadership, their eyes reflecting a shared lust for battle and glory. As you near the coast, your heart pounds in rhythm with the oars. England is ripe for the taking. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Based ape has been chosen. Give a rousing speech to your men to get them all riled up. Your strong voice cuts through the sound of the wind and waves, reaching out to your fellow Vikings. You stand tall and mighty in the prow of the ship, your words resonating with the same strength you wield your axe with. You'd need to roll a d20 for a charisma check to see how inspiring your speech is. Roll a d20. You rolled 5. As you begin your speech, the wind picks up and the sea roars, drowning out your words. You try to project your voice over the noise, but your words seem to be swallowed by the elements. Some of the men close to you nod in agreement, but your speech doesn't have the rousing effect you had hoped for. The coast of England approaches fast, the anticipation among the warriors undiminished. It's time to focus on the imminent raid. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Kaiser Carter has been chosen. Try to win the men back with a dance and song about the English being weak. With a hearty traditional, you decide to light a tale of great victories and weak opponents, accompanied by a boisterous dance, drawing on your cultural heritage of song and dance. You sing a traditional Norse song, a tale of great victories and weak opponents, accompanied by a d20 for a charisma check to see how your performance influences your men. Roll a d20. You rolled 15. As you break into song and dance, the rhythm of your foot stomping and the booming resonation of your voice seem to challenge the roiling seas. Your performance is robust, your enthusiasm infectious. The men break into laughter and join in the song, their spirits visibly lifted. As your voice echoes over the sea, the coast of England is now alarmingly close. Your men, now riled up, are ready to descend upon the village like a storm. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Lady of the Lindens has been chosen. Bellow war cries and storm the village. With a final, thunderous war cry, you lead the charge. The longboat grates onto the beach, and with a surge of adrenaline, you and your men pour out onto the sand, a force of chaos and destruction. The village lies ahead, its inhabitants unaware of the approaching storm. This is a significant combat scenario. To see how well you fare in the initial attack, roll a d20 for your attack roll. Remember, your proficiency with martial weapons and your high strength will be taken into account. Roll a d20. You rolled 5. As you storm into the village, your war cries ripping the morning air, you are met with unexpected resistance. A group of Saxon warriors, seemingly prepared for your arrival, clash with your forces. Being an experienced fighter, you manage to hold your ground, but the initial attack does not go as smoothly as expected. The battle is raging, but your objective remains: overthrow the village and find the leader. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Kaiser Carter has been chosen. Fight a villager in single combat, then when they are defeated throw them into the sea as an offering to the water gods. As the fighting rages on, you lock eyes with a burly Saxon warrior who seems to be rallying the villagers. With a growl, you challenge him to single combat. He meets your gaze and steps forward, abandoning the safety of his group. The crowd forms a circle, leaving you two in the center. This will be a straight strength contest. Since you have a high strength stat and are proficient in martial weapons, your chances are good. Roll a d20 for your attack roll. You rolled 11. With a roar, you charge at the Saxon warrior. He raises his weapon to defend himself, but you're too quick, your axe meeting his shield with a loud clang. The crowd around you gasps as the Saxon stumbles back. You press your advantage, and after a fierce struggle, your axe finds its mark. With the defeat of their champion, the villagers' resistance falters. You drag the defeated warrior to the coast, tossing him into the sea as an offering to the water gods. Your fellow Vikings cheer, their morale boosted. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Base ape has been chosen. Round up all of the women and children and prepare them for slavery. As the village falls into your hands, you know that taking prisoners is a typical Viking practice. You order your men to gather the women and children, ensuring they're safe and unharmed. Now, you must find the village leader to gain information about your missing fellow Vikings. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Kaiser Carter has been chosen. Having secured the women and children, throw the men into the sea and pray to the water god from strength. You command your men to huddle the remaining Saxon fighters, transporting them to the coastline. With a stern look and a silent prayer to the water gods, you watch as the defeated men are cast into the sea. The water churns with the added bodies, the sea seemingly accepting your offering. As your prayer finishes, your men return to you, their gazes expectant. It's time to interrogate the village leader. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Base ape has been chosen. Burst into the main hall, setting everything on fire, and drag the village leader and his family out. With a newfound resolve, you storm into what appears to be the biggest building in the village, presumably the meeting hall, where the village leader resides. With a flick of your axe, you set the surrounding drapes on fire, the hall quickly becoming ablaze. Your men swiftly locate the leader and his family, dragging him out into the open. You now stand before the village leader, his fear evident. This is an interrogation scenario. To determine how successful you are in extracting the needed information, roll a d20 for an intimidation check. Remember, your actions so far will surely have an impact. Roll a d20. You rolled 2. Despite the chaos you've sown, the village leader proves to be more resilient than you expected. He clenches his jaw, meeting your gaze with a defiant stare. Your attempts to intimidate him into revealing the whereabouts of your captured Viking brethren prove unsuccessful. Despite this setback, you remember your mission. There must be another way to extract the information you need. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Kaiser Carter has been chosen. Tell the family they will have to dance if they want to live, have the family have a dance battle, loser dies. Then ask him again where your people are. In an unexpected move, you decide to turn the interrogation into a bizarre spectacle. You order the family to dance, creating a surreal contrast with the grim surroundings. The fear in their eyes is replaced with confusion and shock as they hesitantly start to move. Once the dance battle ends, you turn your attention back to the village leader. Your unconventional tactic has certainly shaken him. Now you'll need to roll a d20 for another intimidation check to see if your unusual method has had the desired effect. Roll a d20. You rolled 6. Despite the bizarre spectacle, the village leader continues to resist. His fear of betraying his people seems to outweigh his fear of you. His jaw is set, lip trembling slightly, but he remains silent. The situation is escalating and time is precious. You need to find another way to get the information from him. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. TSF Caesar has been chosen. Push out a tooth and demand the answer. Your patience wearing thin, you decide to use force. With a swift, calculated move, you punch the village leader, knocking out one of his teeth. As he reels from the impact, you demand your answer once more. You will need to roll a d20 for another intimidation check, this time with a bonus due to your show of physical strength. Roll a d20. You rolled 16. As the taste of blood fills the leader's mouth, he finally breaks. Fear takes hold of him, and he sputters the information you've been seeking. He reveals the location of a nearby castle, where your captured brethren are allegedly held by the Saxons. With the crucial information finally in your hands, you can now plan your next move. Your objective is clear: rescue your fellow Vikings. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Kaiser Carter has been chosen. Tell the leader for acting like a wench he will be treated like one. Put the leader in a dress and make him dance to entertain my men. With a cruel laugh, you decide to make a spectacle of the leader. You dress him in a garish garment, forcing him to dance for your men. The Vikings roar with laughter, their spirits lifting after the intense battle earlier. As the laughter dies down, the reality of your next task sinks in. The castle the leader mentioned is your next destination. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Kaiser Carter has been chosen. Tie the leader with rope and drag him with us as we walk towards the castle. With a nod to your men, you secure the village leader with a sturdy rope, ensuring he won't escape. He stumbles as you drag him along, his display of resistance earlier having drained his energy. As you set out towards the castle, the laughter and cheer from the village fade, replaced by the tense anticipation of the rescue mission. Your fellow Vikings march alongside you, their eyes set on the distant castle. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. TSF Caesar has been chosen. Call upon the power of Odin and raise your axe to the sky. Lightning strikes your weapon and empowers it with the power of the gods one. As you raise your axe to the sky, you invoke the name of Odin, the Allfather, seeking his divine favor. The sky above rumbles ominously, echoing your request. You feel a surge of energy coursing through you, empowering you with an unshakable resolve. Remember, you cannot actually invoke divine intervention or conjure lightning. Your invocation serves more as a morale-boosting spectacle for your men. With renewed vigor, you lead your group towards the castle, ready to face any challenge that awaits. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Not a bobcat has been chosen. After my men have fearful of entertainment, remove the leader's face and wear it as a mask, while seeking the castle, hoist the corpse on a pole and have it as a banner. Your actions become more ruthless as you prepare for the upcoming challenge. With a grim expression, you carry out your gruesome task, donning the leader's face as a grotesque mask. Your men watch in stunned silence as you hoist the defiled corpse high on a pole, setting it as a grim banner. As you march on, the grim trophy serves as a chilling reminder of your ruthless resolve. The castle looms closer with each passing step. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Bleach Demon has been chosen. Mockingly call upon the lord of the castle to come forth and face you. As you approach the castle gates, you call out to its lord with a booming voice, derision lacing your words. Your challenge echoes off the castle walls, filling the air with a palpable tension. You will need to roll a d20 for an intimidation check to see if your mockery has the desired effect. Roll a d20. You rolled 20. Your words echo with such force that they seem to shake the very stones of the castle. A deafening silence follows your challenge, and then, slowly, the castle gates creak open. A figure appears in the doorway, the lord of the castle himself, visibly shaken by your audacity. Your successful intimidation has given you a significant advantage as you prepare to infiltrate the castle and rescue your fellow Vikings. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Based ape has been chosen. Shout to the men in the castle. Show them the leader and tell them they must return your men or suffer the same fate. Holding up the gruesome banner, you bellow out your ultimatum to the men within the castle walls. Your voice echoes off the stone, carrying your demand to every corner of the castle. This is another intimidation check to see if the castle's occupants comply with your demands. Roll a d20. You rolled 1. Despite your fierce display, something goes awry. Perhaps it's the grotesque mask you're wearing or the gruesome sight of their leader's defiled body, but your words fail to intimidate the castle's occupants. Instead, they react with a burst of defiant fury, bolstering their resolve to resist. The castle gates slam shut, the lord disappearing behind them. It seems you'll have to storm the castle after all. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Lady of the Lindens has been chosen. Call him a coward. Your voice rings out once more, your words sharp as a blade, coward. Hiding behind stone walls, your insult echoes off the castle walls, the lord's retreat only fueling your determination. With the castle gates now firmly closed, you must plan your next move. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Based ape has been chosen. Order your men to tear down the local trees and use them to climb the walls. With a decisive nod, you direct your men towards the nearby woods. The Vikings leap into action, their axes making short work of the trees. Soon, you have enough lumber to construct makeshift ladders. This is a significant challenge requiring strength and dexterity. First, you'll need to roll a d20 for a strength check to see how effectively your men cut down the trees. Roll a d20. You rolled 12. Your men work diligently, their axes biting into the wood with practiced ease. In no time, they have felled enough trees to commence the construction of your makeshift ladders. Now, you'll need to roll a d20 for a dexterity check to see how well your men construct the ladders. Roll a d20. You rolled 3. Your men struggle with the construction of the ladders. They are warriors, not carpenters, and their unfamiliarity with the task shows. The ladders are crude and unstable, but they might work. With the ladders ready, your men prepare for the difficult task of scaling the castle walls. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. TSF Caesar has been chosen. Wave your corpse banner, defiled beyond human belief, and remind the castle defenders that this will be their fate if they do not surrender. Defilement and awe. With a twisted grin, you raise the gruesome banner high, your message clear. The sight of the defiled leader sends a wave of fear through the defenders on the castle walls. You will need to roll a d20 for an intimidation check to see if your grim display sways the castle's defenders. Roll a d20. You rolled 12. As you wave the horrific banner, cries of alarm and disgust echo from the castle walls. You see the defenders shifting uncomfortably, their resolve faltering. Yet, they remain at their posts, the duty outweighing their fear. The time has come to put your makeshift ladders to the test. Prepare for the assault. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Lady of the Lindens has been chosen. Slap the ladders against the walls and climb while manically laughing. With an unsettling laugh echoing off the castle walls, you and your men hoist the crudely made ladders, slapping them against the stone facade. With a reckless disregard for danger, you start climbing, your fellow Vikings following suit. As you begin your ascent, you'll need to roll a d20 for a dexterity check to see how well you navigate the unstable ladders. Roll a d20. You rolled 19. Your laughter reverberates off the castle walls as you ascend the crude ladder with surprising agility. Your fellow Vikings follow your lead, their own roars of determination joining yours. Despite the unstable nature of the ladders, you manage to scale the walls efficiently. As you reach the top, the castle's defenders rush towards you, their weapons drawn. Prepare for battle. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. TSF Caesar has been chosen. Commence the attack. Tell your warriors to destroy and defile everything and everyone. With a roar that shakes the castle walls, you plunge into the fray. Your command echoes through the courtyard as your warriors surge forward, fueled by your shared lust for battle. This is a significant combat scenario. To see how well you fare in the assault, roll a d20 for your attack roll. Your proficiency with martial weapons and your high strength will be taken into account. Roll a d20. You rolled 20. As you charge forward, a primal rage takes over, your axe swinging with deadly precision. Your attack is devastating, cutting through the defenders like a storm. Your men follow suit, their own cries joining yours as they wreak havoc on the castle's inhabitants. The castle falls into chaos, the defenders scrambling to counter your brutal assault. Soon, the castle's courtyard is yours. The way to the castle's dungeons, where your brethren are held, is now open. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Bleach Demon has been chosen. Mount the corpse banner high on the wall, and begin to butcher the nearest enemies, then sing a version of Never Gonna Give You Up, with lyrics. Then wear one of the corpses as a cloak. With a victorious roar, you hoist the gruesome banner high on the castle wall, a grim trophy of your victory. You then turn to the nearest enemies, your axe swinging with ruthless efficiency. As the courtyard turns into a scene of carnage, you start singing a bizarre, battle-twisted version of a song from another realm, Never Gonna Give You Up. Your men join in, their voices loud and off-key. Finally, you drape one of the fallen enemies over your shoulders, wearing it like a hideous cloak. With the courtyard secured, it's time to head towards the dungeons. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Bleach Demon has been chosen. Using the nearest corpse, batter down the prison door. Casting a cold glance at the sturdy prison door, you hoist the nearest corpse and charge. The door shudders under the gruesome battering ram, but stands firm. This requires a strength check. Your high strength and the momentum of the charge will be considered. Roll a d20. You rolled 20. With a ferocious roar, you charge at the door. The impact is deafening, the sturdy wood splintering under the gruesome battering ram. The door breaks open, revealing the dark, dank interior of the dungeon. Amidst the foul stench and gloom, you spot huddled figures, your fellow Vikings, their faces lighting up with hope at your arrival. The rescue mission is a success. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Based Ape has been chosen. Gather all your combined forces in the courtyard and ask them to tell you what happened. As you lead your rescued brethren out of the dungeons, you rally your forces in the courtyard. The freed Vikings look haggard but determined, their eyes shining with gratitude and renewed resolve. You ask for their account of what transpired. One of them, a grizzled veteran, steps forward to tell their tale. Roll a d20 for a charisma check to see how much information you can extract. Roll a d20. You've rolled 18. The grizzled veteran steps forward, his voice raspy but clear. He tells a harrowing tale of their capture and confinement. They were ambushed, outnumbered, and outmatched. The Saxons, led by the King of Mercia, took them as prisoners, intending to use them as leverage against the Jarl. The tale resonates with your men, their resolve hardening. Their next objective is clear: overthrow the current King of Mercia and install the Jarl as the new king. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Not a bobcat has been chosen. Tell you men to tear down the castle stone by stone. Because its former owner offended me, and I don't like the color of the stone they used. Then head to Mercia. With a grim nod, you order your men to dismantle the castle. They set to work with a will, their axes and hammers biting into the stone. The castle, once a symbol of Saxon power, is reduced to rubble. As the dust settles, you turn your gaze towards Mercia. With your objective clear and your men rallied, you set off, leaving the ruined castle behind. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Lady of the Lindens has been chosen. Bring some castle rubble to snack on as we charge Taurad Mercia like bulls boring at red. With a hearty laugh, you scoop up some of the castle rubble, joking that it's better suited as a snack than a building material. Your men join in on the joke, their spirits lifting despite the daunting task ahead. Energized, you charge towards Mercia, your army a mass of muscle and rage, unstoppable as a stampede of bulls. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Bleach Demon has been chosen. Blood Eagle all in your path to Mercia. Corpse Banner leading the way. Find woolen cloaks of the peasants you slaughter, to blend in and keep warm. Your march to Mercia is marked by a trail of destruction. The gruesome ritual of the Blood Eagle is performed on those who dare stand in your way, the sight of their suffering serving as a stark warning to others. You lead the way, your grotesque banner prominent. Along the way, you gather woolen cloaks from the fallen, both as a disguise and to ward off the chill. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Kaiser Carter has been chosen. Ask my men if they are having a good time, then tell a joke to boost morale. With a broad grin, you ask your men if they're enjoying their journey, lightening the mood with a hearty joke. You'll need to roll a d20 for a charisma check to see how well your humor is received. Roll a d20. You rolled 7. You crack a joke, its punchline echoing through the ranks of your men. There's a moment of silence followed by a few chuckles. Maybe it was the delivery, or maybe the joke was lost in translation, but it doesn't quite land as you hoped. Nevertheless, your men appreciate the attempt at levity, their spirits lifting slightly. Mercia is now within sight, the final leg of your journey approaching. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Kaiser Carter has been chosen. Stop and fight a polar bear. Just because I'm hardcore. In this rugged, untamed land, a polar bear is certainly an unusual sight. But you are Thorin, the Viking warrior, one who doesn't back away from a challenge. With a battle cry, you charge towards the formidable beast. This will be a strength contest. As a fighter proficient in martial weapons, you have a good chance. Roll a d20 for an attack roll. You rolled 18. A primal roar escapes your lips as you charge at the polar bear, your axe glinting dangerously. With a swift, mighty swing, you connect with the beast. There is a moment of tense silence, then the polar bear collapses, overcome by your might. Your men cheer, their admiration for your fearlessness reaffirmed. The tale of Thorin's fight against a polar bear will be sung in the halls of Valhalla. With this unexpected encounter behind you, it's time to continue your journey to Mercia. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. TSF Caesar has been chosen. Declare all your victims a sacrifice for the gods, and begin your extermination of the natives. Blood for the gods. With a grim determination, you declare your campaign a divine mission. Each enemy fallen in battle is a sacrifice to the gods, your victory is a testament to their favor. As you approach Mercia, you prepare to unleash your fury. But battles are won with more than just brute strength. It's time to form a strategy. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Kaiser Carter has been chosen. Make a cloak out of the polar bear and name it JJ. You kneel beside the fallen polar bear, paying respect to the beast that put up a good fight. With careful strokes of your axe, you skin the bear, fashioning a cloak from its pelt. You drape it over your shoulders, the white fur a stark contrast against your battle-hardened features. With a fond smile, you name the cloak JJ, a memento of your victorious encounter. Cloaked in the strength of the bear, you feel ready to face whatever Mercia throws at you. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Maureen Peters has been chosen. Eat the polar bear. After fashioning your new cloak, you turn back to the polar bear. Waste not, want not, a principle that holds true even in the heat of a campaign. With expert hands, you carve choice pieces from the bear, preparing a hearty meal for you and your men. This requires a survival check to ensure you identify and avoid harmful parts of the polar bear. Roll a d20. You rolled 4. Despite your best efforts, your knowledge of polar bear anatomy is limited. You do your best, but the cuts of meat you manage to gather are far from choice cuts. Some are gristly and tough, others too fatty. Still, you and your men manage to choke down the meal, the sustenance helping to stave off the cold and keep your strength up for the battles to come. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. TSF Caesar has been chosen. Do a blood ritual to boost morale. Your men gather around as you prepare for a sacred Norse ritual, their faces reflecting a mix of awe and anticipation. You slice your palm, allowing your blood to drip onto the ground as an offering to the gods, your voice echoing a powerful prayer. Roll a d20 for a charisma check to see how well the ritual boosts the morale of your men. Roll a d20. You rolled 1. As you begin the ritual, a sudden gust of wind extinguishes your makeshift altar's flame. You try to relight it, but to no avail. The ritual is disrupted, and your men look on with disappointment. Despite this setback, their faith in you remains unwavering. They know that in the face of adversity, their leader will stand strong. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Not a bobcat has been chosen. Try again. Do better this time. Undeterred by the earlier mishap, you attempt the ritual again. Gathering your focus, you reignite the makeshift altar, the flickering flame casting long shadows. You'll have to roll a d20 for a charisma check again to see how well the ritual boosts the morale this time. Roll a d20. You rolled 8. With a steady hand, you perform the ritual again. The fire crackles and dances as your blood drips onto the flame, but the wind still howls, disrupting the solemn atmosphere. The ritual doesn't go as smoothly as you'd hoped, but it's an improvement from the last attempt. Your men watch on, their faces grim but determined. Despite the unsuccessful ritual, their faith in you is clear. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. As you regroup from the ritual, a sudden sound cuts through the wind, the thunderous beat of approaching horses. You barely have time to react as a group of Saxon soldiers, bearing the emblem of the King of Mercia, surge out from behind a ridge. Caught off guard, your men scramble to defend themselves, but the surprise attack takes its toll. Some of your men fall, their cries echoing in the frosty air. Battle is upon you again. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Bleach Demon has been chosen. Pray to Thor for a shirt that will keep me warm. Twerk defiantly, then charge the sexy Saxons. In the midst of chaos, you raise your voice to the stormy skies, praying to Thor for warmth amidst the bitter cold. As you finish your prayer, you perform an audacious dance of defiance, your movements bold and unyielding, drawing surprised laughter from your men. Emboldened, you charge towards the Saxon soldiers, your war cry resonating across the battlefield. This is a significant combat scenario. Roll a d20 for your attack roll. Your proficiency with martial weapons and your high strength will be taken into account. Roll a d20. You rolled 20. Your war cry resounds through the air as you charge at the Saxon soldiers. Your axe is a blow of steel, cleaving through the enemy ranks with ease. Your dance of defiance has turned into a dance of death, each twirl and step bringing doom to a Saxon soldier. Your men rally behind you, their initial shock turning into a fierce hunger for retaliation. The Saxons, despite their initial advantage, begin to falter under your unrelenting assault. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Kaiser Carter has been chosen. Crawl on all fours, I must become one with the polar bear. Then eat the Saxons for power. With a wild laugh, you drop to all fours, mimicking the movements of a polar bear. The Saxons stare in horror and confusion, their attacks faltering as they try to comprehend your sudden transformation. You pounce at the nearest Saxon, your strength and ferocity overwhelming him. The taste of victory is sweet, but the taste of Saxon fear is sweeter. Your men watch in awe, their cheers echoing across the battlefield. The tide of battle has turned in your favor. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. TSF Caesar has been chosen. Call upon the fierce trollman Trim to bring forth the enemy leader, his blood will satisfy the gods. With a bellowing cry, you call upon Trim, the legendary trollman known for his fearsome strength. Your voice echoes across the battlefield, a challenge that reverberates through the ranks of your enemies. Through the chaos of the battlefield, you spot the enemy leader, his regalia giving him away. Your men part to let you through, their cheers fueling your determination. You need to roll a d20 for an attack roll. Your proficiency with martial weapons and your high strength will be taken into account. Roll a d20. You rolled 19. With a roar, you charge at the Saxon leader. He raises his weapon to defend himself, but he is no match for your fury. Your axe meets its mark, cutting him down. His blood seeps into the ground, an offering to the gods. Your men cheer, the sight of their fallen enemy boosting their morale. The Saxon forces, seeing their leader defeated, begin to falter. Victory is within your grasp. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. GSF Caesar has been chosen. Defile and violate the survivors. The conquest has just begun. With the defeat of the Saxon leader, your victory is all but assured. The remaining Saxons, seeing their leader defeated, lose their will to fight. Some throw down their weapons and surrender, while others attempt to flee. Your men round up the survivors, their faces reflecting a cruel satisfaction. You remind them that the conquest of Mercia has just begun, your words spreading a wave of anticipation among them. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Based Ape has been chosen. Blood Eagle the men and use their bodies as banners as you march to the King of Mercia's castle. Your orders, as grim as they are carried out with ruthless efficiency. One by one, the captured Saxons are subjected to the gruesome ritual of the Blood Eagle, their screams echoing through the battlefield. Their bodies are then hoisted onto poles, serving as macabre banners as you continue your march towards the King of Mercia's castle. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Bleach Demon has been chosen. Pray to Thor for a shirt that will keep me warm. Begin to scout out the castle for weaknesses. Camp for the night using the corpses as puppets, make a play about Hamlet and his omelette. In the face of harsh cold, you raise a prayer to Thor, seeking his divine intervention for warmth. As you survey the castle, you catch sight of a potential weakness, a partially collapsed section of the wall. As evening sets in, you set up camp. The grisly puppets are arranged, and you put on a play, a darkly humorous retelling of Hamlet and his omelette, drawing laughter from your men. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. The infamous Grinner has been chosen. Ignore the weaknesses of the castle and go through the front door anyways. Despite spotting a potential weak spot in the castle walls, you decide to go for a more direct approach. With a rallying cry, you lead your men towards the castle's main gate. This is a significant combat scenario. You'll need to roll a d20 for your attack roll. Your proficiency with martial weapons and your high strength will be taken into account. Roll a d20. You rolled 8. With a thunderous roar, you charge at the castle's main gate, your axe raised. Your powerful strike leaves a dent, but the gate stands firm. The Saxons atop the wall loose arrows down at you and your men. Despite the initial setback, your determination remains unshaken. The battle for the castle has just begun. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Not a bobcat has been chosen. Summon your most power and violent warrior from your ranks, Maureen the Sadist, to fight at your side. With a bellowing call, you summon Maureen the Sadist, one of the most feared warriors in your ranks. A formidable figure emerges from the crowd, her eyes gleaming with a ruthless hunger for battle. Together, you lead another charge at the castle gate, your combined might a force to reckon with. Roll a d20 for a combined attack roll. Your proficiency with martial weapons and your high strength will be taken into account, as well as Maureen's contribution. Roll a d20. You rolled 6. Despite the combined might of you and Maureen, the castle gate proves to be a formidable obstacle. The solid wood only splinters under your onslaught, but remains standing. Arrows rain down from the battlements, your shields barely holding against the onslaught. Your men rally around you, their determination unwavering. The battle rages on, the castle still within your grasp. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Kaiser Carter has been chosen. Do a fusion dance with Maureen, together your power will be enough. Inspired by the heat of battle, you turn to Maureen and propose an unorthodox strategy, a fusion dance. Maureen grins, recognizing the reference from your shared love of ancient lore. You both begin the dance, your movements synchronized in a powerful performance. Roll a d20 for a charisma check to see how inspiring your fusion dance is to your men. Roll a d20. You rolled 14. Your fusion dance with Maureen is a sight to behold. The movements are fluid and powerful, a performance that inspires awe among your men. The sight of their leaders united in such a way boosts their morale significantly. Emboldened by your performance, your men rally once more for another assault on the castle gate. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Kaiser Carter has been chosen. With Maureen riding on my back, we run at the gate and try to break it down. With Maureen on your back, you charge at the castle gate once more, a human battering ram. The sight of you and Maureen, united in your determination to bring down the gate, is an inspiring sight. This will be a strength contest. Given your high strength stat and Maureen's contribution, your odds are favorable. Roll a d20 for your attack roll. You rolled 3. With a primal roar, you and Maureen charge at the gate. Despite your combined might, the gate stands firm, your impact only leaving another dent on the solid wood. The Saxons atop the wall cheer, their arrows continuing to rain down. Despite the setback, your determination remains unshaken. You and Maureen ready yourselves for another attempt. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Bleach Demon has been chosen. Continue to twerk to with Maureen the Cruel, and intimidate the Saxons. Retreat, build a catapult to fling rotten corpses over the wall, so plague will spread among them. Wait for death. Once completed, you fling the rotting corpses of the fallen Saxons over the wall, the audacious reign of serving as a stark contrast to the grim battle. Despite the dire situation, your spirits remain high, you and your men begin constructing to unearth the Saxons. Once completed, all you can do is fling the rotting corpses of the fallen Saxons over the wall. Tag a gruesome reign of Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. TSF Caesar has been chosen. Call upon the king from inside his castle. This shall be all your fates if you resist us, and peel off the face of a prisoner with your steel-hard nipple. You call out again to the king of Mercia, your voice echoing across the battlefield, a chilling promise of doom. To drive home your point, you bring forth a captive Saxon, his pleas for mercy lost in the wind. With a swift, brutal motion, you peel off the captive's face using your hardened nipple. His screams of agony a stark testament to your ruthlessness. Now, it's a waiting game. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. TSF Caesar has been chosen. Keep peeling faces until the king surrenders. Your actions are as methodical as they are ruthless. One after another, the faces of the captives are peeled, their screams echoing across the battlefield. The grim spectacle unnerves the Saxons, their morale visibly faltering. Inside the castle, the king of Mercia watches in horror. The grim reality of his situation is sinking in. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Little Green Martian has been chosen. Force the king into your ass, and using your thick burly legs, crush his skull. Then twerk on his crushed skull and brains. With a grimace of determination, you corner the petrified king. Before he can react, you force him into an unenviable position. You use your powerful leg muscles to crush his skull, his death cries muffled and short-lived. To celebrate your victory, you twerk on the remains of his crushed skull, a final act of defiance and mockery. Your men cheer, their roars of approval echoing across the battlefield. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Kaiser Carter has been chosen. Throw a child at the gate like a baseball. In your moment of victory, you spot a Saxon child who had been hiding nearby. With a wild laugh, you pick him up and, using all your strength, hurl him at the castle gate like a makeshift battering ram. Roll a d20 for an attack roll. Your proficiency with martial weapons and your high strength will be taken into account. Roll a d20. You rolled 5. Despite the unorthodox choice of projectile, your throw goes wide, the terrified child landing harmlessly near the castle walls. The gate remains as sturdy as ever. Your men, however, break into raucous laughter at the spectacle, their spirits boosted by your audacity. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. The infamous Grinner has been chosen. Try to throw the child again, only this time harder. Undeterred by the first attempt, you pick up the child again. This time, you put all your strength into the throw, aiming directly at the sturdy castle gate. Roll a d20 for an attack roll. Your proficiency with martial weapons and your high strength will be taken into account. Roll a d20. You rolled 3. Despite your great effort, the child once again misses the gate, landing in a heap near the castle wall. It seems that children do not make effective battering rams after all. Your men are still laughing, their spirits remaining high despite the failed attempts. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Little Green Martian has been chosen. Third time's the charm. With a determined grin, you pick up the child for a third time. Your men cheer you on, their laughter mixed with anticipation. Roll a d20 for an attack roll. Your proficiency with martial weapons and your high strength will be taken into account. Roll a d20. You rolled 14. With a mighty heave, you hurl the child once more. This time, your aim is true. The child collides with the gate with a loud thud, leaving a sizable dent in the wood. Your men erupt in cheers, their laughter echoing across the battlefield. The gate, however, still holds firm. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Kaiser Carter has been chosen. Ask the child if he wants to try again, then throw him either way. With a grin, you turn to the child, asking if he's ready for another round. Before he can respond, you've already hoisted him up and thrown him at the gate again. Roll a d20 for an attack roll. Your proficiency with martial weapons and your high strength will be taken into account. Roll a d20. You rolled 3. With another heave, the child is hurled again. However, this time, he falls short, landing in the mud before the gate. Your men erupt in laughter once more, the spectacle providing much-needed comic relief amidst the grim siege. The castle gate, despite its new dents, remains as sturdy as ever. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. The infamous grinner has been chosen. Throw the child at the gate until either the child is a red stain or the door has been destroyed. I won't be satisfied until then. Your determination is as unwavering as it is morbid. Time and time again, you hurl the child at the gate, each throw met with raucous cheers from your men. Given the unusual method, we'll need to roll a d20 for each throw. Roll a d20. You rolled 20. With a mighty roar, you hurl the child for what must be the 100th time. This time, however, the child hits the gate with such force that the wood splinters, a gaping hole appearing where the child hit. Your men erupt in cheers, their laughter echoing across the battlefield. The gate, finally, has fallen. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Base Ape has been chosen. Storm the castle and kill everyone in your way. Use the child as a weapon. With a triumphant roar, you and your men storm through the broken gate, the child held aloft like a macabre standard. Anyone who dares to stand in your way meets a swift end. This is a significant combat scenario. To see how well you fare in the castle attack, roll a d20 for your attack roll. Your proficiency with martial weapons and your high strength will be taken into account. Roll a d20. You rolled 17. With the child in tow, you carve a path of destruction through the castle. Your strikes are swift and brutal, your opponents falling before you like wheat before the scythe. Before long, the castle is yours. The remaining Saxons surrender, their morale shattered by your ruthless onslaught. Your men cheer, their voices echoing through the castle halls. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Maureen Peters has been chosen. Skin the child, wear his skin as a cape to celebrate his usefulness. In a grim display of victory, you skin the child, his lifeless form offering no resistance. Donning the skin as a cape, you raise your arms, your men cheering at the gruesome spectacle. Your victory is complete. With the castle under your control, you are one step closer to installing the Jarl as the new King of Mercia. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. The infamous Grinner has been chosen. Betray the Jarl and name myself King of Mercia. In a twist of events, you decide to seize the opportunity for yourself. Standing atop the castle steps, you declare your intentions to your men. With the Jarl far away in Norway, you claim the title of King of Mercia for yourself. Your men cheer, their loyalty shifting to you, their conquering hero. The castle is yours, and so is the kingdom. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Kaiser Carter has been chosen. Throw 50 children at gates to celebrate. In a grotesque display of power and dominance, you order your men to gather 50 Saxon children. One by one, you hurl them at the broken gate, their screams of terror drowned out by the cheers of your men. Despite the horrific spectacle, your men continue to cheer, their loyalty to you solidified by your ruthless display of power. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. TSF Caesar has been chosen. Using the power of Maureen and Trim, you do a mighty twerk, the ass clap signaling your dominion of Mercia. You are the undeniable king of all. With Maureen and Trim by your side, you begin a triumphant twerk, your powerful ass claps echoing through the castle halls. Your men cheer, their voices joining the cacophony of celebration. Your rule over Mercia is now undisputed. All hail Thorin, the twerking king. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Not a bobcat has been chosen. Decree that all must twerk. Or die. In your first decree as king, you command that all must twerk. The castle halls are filled with the rhythmic slapping of thighs against bottoms, a surreal spectacle of obedience and fear. Your rule has begun. The age of the twerking king is now. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. The infamous Grinner has been chosen. Arm wrestle a child and show no mercy as you break their arm effortlessly. In a display of dominance and power, you challenge a young Saxon child to an arm wrestling contest. The child, trembling with fear, can barely keep his arm on the table. Roll a d20 for a strength check. Given your high strength stat, this should be an easy victory. Roll a d20. You rolled 1. In a shocking turn of events, you find the child's grip surprisingly firm. As you apply pressure, your hand slips, and you accidentally let go. The child, perhaps more from surprise than actual strength, pushes your hand down, winning the arm wrestling contest. Your men gasp, a stunned silence falling over the crowd. But then, laughter breaks out, the absurdity of the situation diffusing the tension. Even you can't help but chuckle at the unexpected outcome. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Not a bobcat has been chosen. Begin eating the child alive as punishment for making me look weak. Nom nom nom. In a horrific act of retaliation, you grab the child and start to eat him. The child's screams echo through the hall, quickly silenced by your monstrous act. Your men watch in stunned silence, the laughter dying on their lips as they witness your brutal punishment. The message is clear: there is no room for weakness in your kingdom, not even in jest. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Lady of the Lindens has been chosen. Eat his bones too. In an act of pure ruthlessness, you don't stop at eating the child's flesh. You continue on, crunching through the bones with grim determination. The sound echoes through the silent hall, a chilling testament to your power and ruthlessness. Your rule is absolute. Your men watch in horrified silence, their loyalty now born of fear as much as respect. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Kaiser Carter has been chosen. Tell your men you love them, then toast to that one kid you threw at a wall that one time. After your grisly feast, you stand before your men, blood still dripping from your chin. In a softer tone, you tell them of your affection for them, your brothers in arms. There's a palpable relief among them, their fear easing slightly. Raising a horn of mead, you propose a toast to the child you once used as a battering ram. The hall breaks into laughter, the tension dispelled. Your men raise their horns, joining you in the toast. It's a grim celebration, but a celebration nonetheless. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. As the laughter dies down, you look around at your men, your gaze lingering on each face. You're their king, their leader, their brother in arms. The power is intoxicating. What will be your final decree as king? Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. The infamous grinner has been chosen. Retire to your chambers to go to bed, intent on a full day of yeeting children tomorrow. With a nod to your men, you announce your intention to retire for the night. Tomorrow is another day, another opportunity to reign over Mercia, to engage in your sport of hurling children. Ascending to your chambers, you leave behind the celebrations, the laughter fading as you close the door behind you. The room is lavish, fit for a king, your bed inviting after the day's events. As you drift off to sleep, your reign as the twerking king of Mercia is only just beginning. And so, the saga of Thorin, the Viking warrior turned king, comes to a close. His rule over Mercia, marked by strength and spectacle, will echo through the ages, a tale told and retold by those who lived to witness it. His legacy, as unpredictable as the man himself, forever etched into the annals of this land's rich history. You have reached the end of your story. Thank you for playing. As your longboat cuts through the icy waters, the shores of Norway loom into view. Your heart swells with triumph and relief, the weight of your mission lifting off your shoulders. Your men cheer loudly, their voices echoing across the sea, singing songs of victory and glory. The Jarl awaits your return, his eyes gleaming with anticipation, ready to hear of the success of your mission and the dawning of a new era. As we draw this epic tale to a close, we extend our gratitude to all those who have joined us on this adventure. Please consider supporting us on Patreon to allow us to continue crafting these immersive experiences. Every contribution goes a long way in helping us cover the costs of running these games and allowing us to bring you more exciting stories. If you've enjoyed our journey together, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Every like and subscription helps us grow and reach more adventurers like you. If you're eager to dive into even more adventures, share this channel with your friends and communities. Our adventures are always more fun when we have more companions on board. For more immediate updates and to join a community of like-minded adventurers, consider joining our Discord server. The link is in the video description below. We hope to see you again soon on another adventure. Till then, Scowl, brave warriors.